Oh, we love to see our blind spots, don't we? I recently had an eye doctor appointment and I realized that I have a blind spot in my eye. Actually, I have a blind spot in both eyes. And once I realized it, I realized you do too. All humans have it. You can actually look it up and see it. We're going to talk about the four blind spots preventing contractors and just business owners in general from retaining talent and growing profit. Hey, it's Scott Beebe with Business on Purpose. Make sure to head on over to mybusinessonpurpose.com/healthy. And you can take the 5 to 7 minute healthy assessment and get a back-end diagnostic of the health of your business. I want you to meet a lady named Rolyat. She's a client of ours. She owns a construction supply business serving a local region. She's a female owner, married, 2 kids, retail and supply business serving our local area. Been in business for about 11 years, massive reputation for community engagement. But she was working about 6.5 days a week. And when she was at home, she was thinking about work. Her bigger problem was this. When she looked back at her 2015 P&L, here's what it said. $5 million worth of sales, $50,000 worth of net profit. That's 1%. That's $5 million worth of effort, work, marketing, sales, coordination, fear, concern, worry, frustration, stories, and people. And yet only $50,000 worth of net profit to show for it. I mean, frankly, she could have gone and worked for someone else and yielded far more in far less time. And to add insult, Anad's employee turnover was similar to that of Taco Bell. Employees coming and going, turning over like a car that just would not crank. So Anad was suffering from a variety of ills that plague the majority of business owners, just like you. See, only 4% of businesses are said to have ever seen their 10th birthday. But the number one reason for not reaching that 10-year mark is probably not what you think. It's not the market. It's not the sales. It's the fact that they just get tired and they pull the plug. They're tired of hoping that the next employee hire will fix everything and then left feel broken. They're tired of growing sales and rarely seeing or enjoying the profit. They're tired of being blindsided by the constant details of their business. They're tired of showing up at events or talks like this one, hoping for a silver bullet and realizing that the only silver bullet available is that of relentless implementation of the basic fundamentals for how business operates. See, every time you feel momentum, you are short-circuited by chaos lurking around the corner in your blind spot. Yeah, but I don't have a blind spot. Well, I didn't think I did either, but we do. Again, Google it. I want to reveal 4 business blind spots that we all suffer from and what you can do to solve them. So, once we solve them, we can begin to find and retain talent, grow our cash profit, and be liberated from chaos. So here's the first blind spot. That one is our unspoken commitment to chaos. That's right. We just need to say it out loud. For some of us, chaos has almost become a de facto strategy in our day-to-day business. Scott, I'm so addicted to chaos, I don't know what I would do if things were slow and quiet. You might be thinking that, even though you don't want to say it out loud. I actually looked it up. The Greek word chaos literally means chasm or a gaping hole. It's like this black hole that just sucks life and energy. The sweat, the effort, the attention, and the focus you give chaos is guaranteed to return very little long term. So here's the first solution to admitting that blind spot of chaos. We've got to commit to clarity over chaos. That's not just a pithy statement. Let me talk how. Clarity comes by illumination, and illumination comes through light and understanding very foundational things. See, many of us start a business without even considering how the organism of a business is built. That's right. A business is an organism. It's kind of like a house, a structure. It's built with certain certitudes as to what we can put in there. So if you look at it like this, there are 5 foundational cornerstones to every business: vision, mission, values, team meetings, and the hiring process. Those are underneath. Then there's a concrete slab of ingredients, the org charts, job roles, all the elements, goal-setting sheets that help to create that solid foundation of the organization. And then, of course, 4 major walls that exist in every business: marketing, sales, operations, and administration. They all go in that order, by the way. So stop obsessing over your product and start obsessing and committing to build your process. See, the product is not your product. Your process is your product. So how do we solve that first admission? Write a clear and compelling vision of where your business is going. The second blind spot is that of micromanagement. Now, we say micromanage, but but has anybody truly defined it? I know The Office tried to do it in one of their episodes, but why does talent fly away? Is it because nobody wants to work anymore? No. Millions of people actually want to work and want new challenges, regardless of what we think. It's because they don't want to be babysat. They don't want to be left alone. They want leadership. And leadership is not micromanagement. I'm going to explain what micromanagement is here in just a second. So leaders show the RPMs of great leadership: repetition, predictability, and meanings. Repetition is they did the right things over and over and over. Predictability is they provided stability by doing those repetitive things. And then the meaning is they baked a professed value into the repetition and the predictability. They didn't just do it haphazardly. So I want you to think about your situation, your business. Would you be accused of doing meaningful things repetitively and in a way that creates the peace of predictability? Or would you be accused of reacting to small fires chaotically in a way that makes your team, your customer, and your partners confused? A simple way to avoid micromanagement is to simply ask the right questions at the right time and avoid asking the wrong questions at the wrong time. The third blind spot is for us to admit how much time we waste every day putting out fires that would put themselves out or recreating the wheel that could easily be delegated. See, you bring someone new in who has experience, and you expect them to know how to run a job like you run a job, or run a report like you run a report, or talk to a customer like you talk to a customer. The challenge is we've got to remember that those things must be trained at every level of your business. Coach Bill Walsh, a great Hall of Famer NFL coach, is one of the most repetitive, predictable, and meaningful coaches in the history of the National Football League. In a book Coach Walsh co-authored, he shares that he was so meticulous about scripting that he would script the first 10 to 15 plays of every game. Now, almost every NFL and collegiate team does that. He also scripted how the 49ers receptionist answered the telephones in the building. That's right, he did it himself. So is the first 10 to 15 days of a new employee scripted day by day? Or do we practice the more popular strategy of just throwing them to the wolves and excusing it with, well, they said they had experience, or we hide behind the excuse of, well, that's just common sense. They should know that. No, what's common to you is not common to them. Potential employees can smell chaos, and all existing employees will eventually run away from chaos at their first opportunity. So you want to retain the team that you have so it doesn't cost you so much? Then commit to creating clarity by writing down a master process roadmap, doing a brain dump of all the processes in your business on one sheet of paper. The final and fourth blind spot is the myth that all money is your money. See, we all suffer from the same challenge as business owners. When a receivable comes into one of our 1 or 2, 3 bank accounts, our brains believe that most, if not all, of that dollar is ours. And because it's all lumped into those 1 or 2 or 3 accounts, we feel way more cash heavy than we really are. See, Anand was generating $420,000 every month, and yet only $20,000 of it was actually hers to retain before taxes and depreciation and any amortization. Her brain said she was rich, but her bank account sent a very different message. You ever feel like the front door of your business is really small? That's where the money comes in. But you feel like the back door is twice the size and wide open? How can you increase your cash and actually not have to increase your total revenue? You can do it. You must begin subdividing every dollar that comes in and then directing those subdivided dollars into their individual homes. You do this over and over and over again, and then begin to track it every week on a simple spreadsheet, and you're going to watch your cash so it doesn't leak or sneak. See, Anand was totally unaware of her blind spots, but once she allowed someone else to open her eyes to them, she implemented these 4 solutions, and today she has 65 employees over 5 locations and has a net income of sales of 9%. That's up from that 1%. So every year it takes 4 to 6 weeks away from her business while her business grows without her. So are you ready to be liberated from the chaos of your blind spots and create a culture where people want to stay? Go to mybusinessonpurpose.com/contact. We'll hop on a call and we'll help you think through it. No strings attached. We'd love to meet you.